evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or...
Yes.
Yeah, so I remembered to check it before we started tonight. It's once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. It's kind of an odd day for us because we're streaming on a Wednesday instead of a Sunday, but as everybody knows, the holidays make scheduling complicated, so we will get back to our normal schedule in the new year.
And if you're watching on YouTube, it doesn't really matter, does it?
True. You're seeing this whatever it came out. Although I always forget to do these ahead of time, but next Sunday, if you're watching this on Twitch, and last Sunday, if you're watching this on YouTube, we will be doing a holiday solstice-themed one-off next Sunday, which will be December 12th. Simple.
Yes.
I don't know what day it is.
September?
December. Several Sundays ago, we did this already.
21.
12,
Yes.
21.
So yeah, Rhea will be DMing that, and we're all very excited about it, kind of combining characters from different games that we have on the stream.
And if you're a fan of Frostmaiden, it's going to be mostly Frostmaiden characters.
Yes.
Altus and Tempest, will they, won't they? Did
How
they,
dare
Did
not
they,
they?
did they, or didn't they?
did they get a horrible divorce?
Do we have 4 kids?
Is Z now super friendly and nice?
You fucking wish.
Spoiler.
But with the I guess not formalities, but with the informationalities out of the way,
Intro.
Alina, would you terribly mind recapitating the party?
I will do that with their heads. Okay. So we just defeated that SOB Agdon. His head is all disconnected from his body, and we laughed. So then we were like, let's stop laughing. We're all a little hurt. Let's go rest. So we made our way to the stump. That apparently was where Agdon and his posse would camp. So we kind of rooted through their stuff and spent the night. We all had a little talk. Cody kind of determined that there is some sort of physical cue that we feel when a deal is completed in this land. So, hey, that's super helpful. It's nice when magic is real obvious. So then the next day we're like, okay, I guess we continue along. Hey, here's the skiff that fits all of us. Perfect. Percy's like, wait, I gotta tell you something. Don't freak out. But I gave birth. I mean, I made a robot hamster. I mean, I have a new friend. His name is Cosmo. So now we got that guy around. He's real cool. He runs on a little ring, 3 rings that seem like a hamster ball, but are not. It's cooler than that. All right. So then we make our way. We make our way to Downfall. I think that's where we made it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then the bullywugs are there. They seem to be enjoying kind of a blissful existence here, and that's weird. But we're like, hey, we're here in peace, and they're like, cool. So they, oh my gosh. So we made our way in. We were like, hey, we need to find Clapperclaw. He might be able to help us. And they're like, well, you should probably talk to the king. He has this long title. I didn't catch it all, but yeah. So then we moor our boat. We start going across one of the rivers, and these marrows attack. We're able to kind of get them to, flee from us. And then the bullywugs arrive just in time to help.
I think we killed
We
them.
destroyed that.
Oh, okay. I thought we just got them to flee, but all right.
Pretty sure we...
It was pretty brutal.
Wow, I really blocked that from mine.
Well, it was funny because in the after party we talked about how the bullywugs were going to help after turn 2, and they were dead.
There's been a lot of murder in this whimsical fantasy land.
Only if you're a
Whose fault
bunny.
is that?
Sorry.
We only murder bunnies or fish people so far.
Apparently.
As a bunny. Hurtful.
Well, you straight up killed one. So, I mean, pot, kettle, black.
Hashtag not all hair and gone.
I'm just saying he looked one dead in the eye and then put a crossbow bolt in his face. So,
And it's going to come back later. He's going to be very mad.
well, we killed them all. So,
And I have to hear about it.
And yeah, I really did block out the rest because I got no idea what happened. We went into this building and it was ablaze. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Recap.
All right, so I'll start with the description as
Does
you all
anyone
have
remember
entered
what
it.
Jeltra was turned into?
Giant spider.
Was it a spider or did she
Direwolf.
turn into a direwolf?
Direwolf.
That's right.
This room is a charred mess. Hazy smoke hangs over scattered piles of burned and broken shelves intermixed with whatever those shelves contained. Wisps of smoke snake into the air from several spots where smoldering wreckage threatens to ignite. A distressed bullywug in a leather smock scurries around the room with a bucket of water whose contents spill out over the sides in haste. And he called out to you in Sylvan, "Grab a bucket! We have to make sure these fires are out!"
I rip my shirt off and start trying to tamp down the fire. With a
Okay.
fire near me.
Yeah, I run up to another fire and start stamping it out.
I'm going to need you all to roll initiative.
Okay.
Well, we're right back into it, aren't we?
I love that. Okay,
Well.
it's gonna be nice today.
Peace don't last long.
10.
All right. We've got Nicaid. Percy?
17.
Cody?
16.
And Solstice.
19.
So Solstice, you go first.
Okay, so I go to whatever the nearest fire is and try to
Okay.
tamp it out.
I need you to make an attack roll.
Do I add anything to it?
You're gonna add your proficiency if you're trying to kick it. It'll be an unarmed strike.
Or... Okay.
So it would be proficiency plus strength or just proficiency?
So we can do, yeah.
Proficiency
So it should be the same as
plus
your
strength. So okay. McGlaive. 14.
As you are trying your hardest to stamp down on this, the coal
Oh, I
keeps...
ripped my shirt.
Yes. As you're bare-chested, glistening in the heat of the smoldering room, hair flying in the wind of the fire as the heat tries to escape through the now open door, the coal stands up and keeps avoiding your foot, and the attack misses.
Okay.
And now it is the coal's turn. Okay, so this first one is gonna go after the person that just tried to stamp on it.
Quick question.
Good God.
Is this coal or is this charcoal?
This is coal.
Good gods.
For those of you that weren't in the room prior to this, there was a long discussion about the difference between coal and charcoal.
Keeping it really low.
Okay, does a 21 hit?
Holy shit!
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be 4 fire damage.
Yeah.
What?
And
What does this look
your
like?
pant leg catches fire. All right.
I can I use my reaction to rip my pants off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you wearing anything underneath?
It's unlikely.
Solstice is now standing bare-ass naked in the middle of this workshop.
Does Cody have to make a con save?
I don't, but I have disadvantage.
I was gonna say, I think both Nicaid and Percy are both about height level.
Be careful where you turn.
Speaking of, Cade, does a 16 hit you?
I believe so, yeah.
That'll be 1 fire damage, and you also catch fire on your sleeve as you were trying to bat it out. And it reached up, and basically what you're seeing is the coals as they're bouncing about. They move towards you, and it's like they ignite. Like they go from this smoldering state to full flame, and then back to smoldering, which is causing this damage. As the remaining ones see what's going on and move into the room.
I don't like whatever's happening.
Why is Nicaid all the way over there?
Because they both said they were going to stamp out coals, so I put them near the nearest coals.
That makes sense.
All right. From the animated coals, we are down to Percy.
Percy is going to move into the room. He gets the doorway. Do a double take at Solstice and move past him over here. staying as far away as possible. And stuttering. How or would you say these things are the size of a small campfire or smaller?
So about yay big.
So small campfire
Yes.
or ish.
They're definitely a bonfire size.
Can I attempt druidcraft on them?
You can attempt it.
Because it says you instantly light or snuff out a candle towards your small campfire.
I am going to give them a save
Okay.
against your spell casting ability.
Oh,
Um,
so normal DC.
Yeah. So that is a 21 for the first save.
I mean, I can only cast on one, and that's that.
I mean, you gotta
Yeah.
respect that.
Fire.
You cast Druid Fire, and it drops to the ground and rolls out of the way, leaving scorch marks
Oh.
behind its path.
Anything
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay, Cody.
Cody,
The buckets.
are there buckets? Where are there buckets?
On the workbench in the middle of the room, there are 3 buckets, 2 of which are filled with water, 1 of which is empty, and the 4th is in the bullywug's hand.
It's actually bouquet.
Okay.
TikTok.
A show from the 70s, like a British TV show from the 70s.
Yachting on the Thames. Oh, I'm sorry. Been a long day, guys.
I'm going to cast a Zephyr Strike, which means I now no longer provoke attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move here.
Zephyr strike, but air feeds them.
Okay.
I'm going to grab a bucket, and then I'm going to put the bucket on one of them.
Like
On
so,
top?
so 2 of the buckets were full of water, 1 was empty.
Just one of the ones with water.
Okay, make an improvised weapon attack.
Can I throw the bucket?
That will be an improvised weapon attack.
Just trying to figure out if I'm
What is
better at
that?
throwing things or.
Improvised weapon. And that would be, what would someone add to an improvised weapon attack usually?
I believe generally nothing unless you have something that says that you're proficient in improvised weapons.
And then
So- An improvised weapon wouldn't use your proficiency, but it would still use dex or strength, depending on how you're using it. I'm going to throw it. So -2, 15?
15 will not hit.
Okay. Well, I just wasted
Oh
one of the
my
buckets of water.
As you fling the water, and Percy, you are drenched.
Cold.
You see the coal in front of you dance between its 2 legs as a little crack of a smile seems to appear, and there's this crackling sound within it that is akin to snickering.
All right. So, would you say that a bucket is a one-handed or two-handed weapon?
You can pick.
One-handed is fine.
All
with
right.
me. So I can throw a dart as a bonus action because I did make an attack roll.
Sounds good.
Oh, that is not good. 11 is not going to hit.
On the other side, your hair and gone, Cade is a whistling past your ear as a dart shink into the wall above your head.
Yeah, watch it.
I'm trying. I don't know how when I threw it at the floor it went there, but
Bounced.
well, we're all gonna die.
Anything else on your turn?
Don't
Okay, Cade, we're down to you.
actually retract that dart throw because Zephyr Strike was a bonus action, so
Oh, okay.
I couldn't have actually done that. So, now that I think about it, I just forget that bonus actions work like that. So.
All right, we are down to Cade.
Don't forget Shelters on 3.
Yes.
Stamping out the fire on my sleeve, I'm going to...
So, it is an action to put out a fire.
What?
Yes.
Mhm.
You help me remember that I have this?
Jesus. And I can't cast spells as a bonus action, can I?
If the spell says you can.
I did. Okay, to be fair, I did let Solstice rip off his pants as a free action.
Oh, I asked.
So if you're not,
Oh, okay. I did ask for as my reaction because he was attacking me. I just wanted anyway.
so you can use your reaction to like, rip off a sleeve or something, but to actually put out the flame
What spell?
is an action.
And keep in mind, you
Go
are
grab a
already
bucket.
ducking it, so.
Yeah, maybe
I
just
forgot
go
that it
grab
was-
a bucket and try to put it out.
Of all the times not to have create destroy water. Like, of all the times.
That's a lot of attacks of opportunity.
For those at home,
So
we
30.
decided in a previous episode that our Heron Gone party member has been Donald ducking it this entire time.
Which means he doesn't wear pants.
He wears a waistcoat and a lovely sleeved shirt and nothing else.
Truly. Yeah, that seems like the most effective for everybody else.
Very fine.
What do
Yeah.
you?
It would be nice to have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only a 3x3 though.
So you're
how do you
using
do it?
your reaction to rip it off and then putting out the fairy fire?
I'm going to, yes, as a reaction, I'm going to rip off my sleeve, toss it behind me dramatically, shout, Cody, I may need to borrow some of that cloth later. I am now indecent.
As it goes sailing through a window from outside, you hear a "What the fuck?"
Sorry. And then I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
It shows your area of effect here.
Whatever's going to get the most effectiveness here.
So you could get these three. Is this a wall, Coulter?
Yes.
Okay, so unless you move, you can only get these three.
I mean, I can move.
You can move there, but even then, because it's a 3x3 cube that originates from your square, so it has to touch your square.
A 20-foot cube.
Is it a 20-foot cube?
A 20-foot
Yeah.
cube.
So 4x4 cube.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3,
In a
4.
20-foot cube. Up to 60 feet range.
So you did one. That's 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2.
You still can only get three, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, except because that wall.
Yeah.
Well, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you started it here. 1, 2, 3.
I will
4.
let the spirits tell me where to
1, 2,
place
3,
it
4.
for the most
If you
effectiveness.
put it on that one, it would spread around corners, maybe?
Which one's the draw tool?
That's totally fine. Yeah, if you want to do that.
Perfect. I'm going to do that.
Okay, so it's hitting. All right, so they get a dex save to avoid it. Which
What does that look like? It smell.
That I go from tossing that behind me, the piece of my sleeve behind me, to kind of drawing in the air, and it starts out of my finger comes like green smoke almost, and it just kind of settles down. And as it settles down, we'll see if it sticks.
So going top to bottom, and I'll go left to right here. This one got an 8. This one got an 11. This one got a 25. This one got a 16. And this one got a 13.
Oh, that bottom one wouldn't be hit by it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, what?
But where are you placing it to get?
You place it here.
The 25 and the 16 save.
Okay.
Which one's the draw tool?
So I'll give you little markers so you know which ones are fairy fired.
So it's 2, 3, 4.
And that would hit him.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect.
So I mean, you have to make a spell save against your own spell then.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's all creatures. in
Yeah.
range.
All creatures.
Yeah, not of your choice.
Are you all creatures?
Plus Dex. I am included in all creatures. Hey, I passed. I met my own spell save.
Yay!
Wait, does it go to attacker or defender? Either way I lose? Either way I win?
All right, so putting a little marker on Jake now as he's affected by.
It goes to the
Okay, so that is all of the fairy fired.
That is all of the fairy fire. The little green smoke sticks to them and kind of outlines them for everybody. And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to shout, "Also, Cody, I hope that helps. We'll talk about the cloth later. I do appreciate it. I am very indecent." And that's my bardic to you.
As you get little hoo-hoos from all of the ones that are affected. Coalberry Doughboy style. Pillsbury Coalboy? I don't know.
Oh.
I'm trying to find a way to make this work.
Coalsbury
Thinking
I
Joe.
think Coalsbury Charboy. I like it. All right.
So you just burnt Pillsbury Doughboys?
Yeah, I mean, if you cook it long enough. Anything else, Cade?
Nope.
All right, now it is Ikrin's turn, and he is going to come forward to this one and try and hit it with the water that he has still in his bucket. And that is going to be, well, he's going for this one in the middle. Let's see here.
Is it this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be an 18 from him with his throw, and that does hit. So it does a certain amount of damage as you see the water come flying out of his bucket and splashes on it with a sizzle and steam as the light within the coal begins to fade and the eyes that are barely distinguishable underneath turning white with rage. And we are down from Ikrind, the Duke, to Jeltra.
Jeltra is currently a very flammable wolf with nothing but natural attacks.
In your playbill, you'll see the little notice that says, in this evening's performance, Jeltra will be played by Rio. We all need to understand.
You guys got playbills, right?
Yeah.
Jeltra is
Just have her like scoop up some water in her mouth
Oh,
and
that's
spit it on one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
She can't do swimming creatures.
Just do what she said.
Yeah. Run to the river here,
Scoop the water up and spit it.
and then run in and spit.
Can wolves spit?
Or
Can
just
the
like-
wolf get in the water and then go out and then do the dog shake?
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Or get some water and dump it on him. Just be like,
All right, Jeltra is going to jump into the water.
that's 10 feet right there. Is that enough? Or does she need to go farther?
Remember that.
Okay.
It just has to be enough where she can roll over and then get back up.
15, 20, 25.
See, this is my problem. Does she fit in here?
I mean, if she sticks her head in
Wolves
here,
are live.
Live.
They can get around corners.
so is she
Whatnot.
good here?
Sure.
And then she's just going to body that charcoal with all her wetness.
Flop down on it?
Yeah, flop down and then
Or
roll
she gonna
around,
shake?
flinging water everywhere.
Okay, make an unarmed strike attack.
Okay.
She could even just like roll into a cup.
Yeah.
Make an unarmed roll attack.
Never mind. Got a 9.
They are, again, like that big. So I think that's part of the difficulty with them is that they're fast little buggers that are a little bit hard to catch.
They're pieces of charcoal.
How much do we think they weigh?
Can we
Not a
then
lot. I
move
mean,
her
that much
here,
charcoal.
maybe?
15 pounds, maybe?
Just so she's not in the way.
What's her movement speed?
She has 50. on
Oh,
her
yeah.
attack.
Okay, so from that we are back to the top of the round with Solstice. Our naked wonder
Okay.
facing the coals with
No.
very few flammable items left upon himself.
Do I see him from over here?
Improvised weapon attack?
I mean,
It's a weapon you're very familiar with.
So
I'm kidding. I'm 100% kidding. I'm sorry.
there is a French word for that though. I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
Golden showers.
Horn, protect me! I call, and then I cast Shield of Faith. Leaves swirl up around me. And then where is the nearest bucket?
There's one bucket left. It is on this bench here.
Okay, so
Oh, that's
I
what it
grab
is.
that and I try to douse the one that I previously tried to.
Okay.
put
So
out.
go ahead and make an improvised weapon attack.
Man,
Man.
11. Oh wait, I have an advantage, don't it? No, not on that one. Fuck!
If you wanted to attack this one instead, you would have advantage.
If you let me do that. Oh my god. All right, 12. No.
Okay, so yeah, as that goes across, and Ikrin gets now drenched with water.
Throw me the bucket so I'll get more water. I say as a free action, and then that's it.
He looks up at you and goes, "Thank you for protecting me from the fire." Offers you his bucket.
Okay. Do I have to roll to catch it or?
No.
Okay.
Okay. And you have movement, so if you want to run outside this turn, you can run outside.
Cool. And then I will get as far as I can, get more water in those 2 buckets.
15.
So don't forget about yours.
Yeah, I forgot. Thank you. So I think you can get back.
Okay, you're back with 3 buckets of water. And from there, we are down to the coals. Them seeing that you have water, the first one is going to attack you again, and it does not like that. That is a 15 to hit.
No!
All right, and
Second!
this time you are able to dance, spilling just a little bit of the water as it tries to go between your feet. All the bits are jiggling and jingling. The next one goes after Percy. Does a 25 hit?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
2 fire damage, and if your pants are flammable, they catch fire.
They sure fucking are.
This has become a game of like strip the coal for some reason. It's not been intentional. From there,
Liar, pants on fire.
next one is going after it's going after Cody. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
3 fire damage,
Yeah.
and an article of clothing that you are wearing catches fire. As this
You
one's
got
going to
all that
run up to
fabric.
Ikrind. 15 does hit Ikrind, and he will get 1, but he was just doused in water, so he does not catch fire. These 2 are going to come up to Cade.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Does a 26 hit?
Appreciate you
Why
asking.
can we not roll above 10, but they can roll almost 30? This is not.
To be perfectly fair, peek behind the curtain, they do have a +7 to their attack.
Wow.
So that is
I guess all they have to do is touch you, so I guess that makes
Yeah.
some sense.
2 fire damage, and your other sleeve catches fire. All right, from them, we are down to Percy.
Okay. Percy is gonna like look around frantically, and he's gonna fly up, which will incur an attack, I think. But
And you are still on fire.
as
so-
he does that,
Okay. I
I
was like,
want to angle my back and use my wings as I push off to try to blow into the bow.
okay.
If I can.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm trying real hard.
Okay. Let's think about this. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and call.
If that works.
I'm going
If it
to call
doesn't,
that, because of like the breadth of wind, we'll say, I'll call that a con save from him to try and stay lit.
Cool.
So that is an 11.
Against my spell save? right?
Yes.
Okay. That fits.
Okay, so go ahead and do a D6.
One.
Okay. As you see the fire take the damage and then fizzle back into life as the oxygen is pumped through it.
Fuck!
And you take 2 fire damage. Because you are still on fire. Anything else on your turn?
Is my pants?
Yeah, one of your pant legs.
Can I reaction rip it off?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're now going without one leg. And we are down to...
Oh, hold on. Steel Defender.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Cosmo?
Yeah, Cosmo.
Did you use your bonus actions or no?
No. Cosmo's gonna roll over to this one, and he's gonna jump up and try to smash it. Like that.
Okay, so we're gonna use that as a force rend. So go ahead and roll.
With advantage, right?
Yeah, it's in Fairy Fire.
Yeah. That is a dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be great as like a moment to now say like, sorry, that doesn't hit.
That is 5 force damage.
As the hamster ball comes down splat, it pulverizes the coal into powder that is spread across the floor and fizzles before darkening into ash.
Fuck you!
All right.
Excellent, hamster.
Are we complimenting Cosmo? Good job, Cosmo.
From there, we are down to Cody.
Cody.
I
The one
hold a
next to
bucket
me.
out to you if you'd like it.
I'd have to cross the room to get
Yeah, you would.
it.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
My reach good sir.
16 hit? Wait,
16.
I have advantage. 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
What?
Offhand?
Wait, don't you have inspiration? What does that do? I
You
can't
do have
remember.
Oh,
bardic
yeah. What is 6? D6?
D6 now.
Okay, 16 plus.
That will
5?
hit. That will hit. 21 will hit.
Okay, so a lot of things need to happen to that guy. So first things first, he will take
57 damage.
5 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then 2 hunter's mark damage, which I think is just piercing damage again.
And it's out. As you fling it, hits straight through, and
I'm
it,
stabbing.
it says you stab it, hits straight through, and cracks it in half.
All right, and then I would like to move here, and then my offhand, I will throw a dart at the one that I will have advantage against right here, and I'm going to try for a sharpshoot.
Sharpshoot.
Going to use physical dice because D&D Beyond is really pushing us for content today. All right, that is a 18 minus 5, 13.
Oh, what?
What did you hear?
I heard 25 minus 18.
No,
What?
Same
13.
effect.
it was a 13.
That does not hit.
Yeah, I thought you were just ignoring him because we know 13 doesn't hit. I was like, well, they're just ignoring it until someone else.
I made the dumb move of looking down at the Twitch chat for a moment, and I was like, oh, what is the response? Like, sir, you are running a battle. Don't respond right now. Like, my bad. I'm so sorry.
My battle, I'm so sorry.
Oof.
Yeah, so that's my turn, my useless turn.
Put
And-
one out. Chill.
And thank you to 20 Karas. Or Karas? Karas. I'm not sure exactly the context to pronounce it properly, but
Karas.
yeah, thank you.
20 carats.
Oh,
Thanks, Polar Knights.
Yeah, and Polar Knights commented that we have every stage of beard growth in the room right now.
Hey.
beard one.
Okay, apologies. From Cody, we are down to Cade. Next battle, we're going in reverse beard order.
Am I second in that? Or am I when you go to shave it, you shave to this and go, oh, I like that, and then you keep it?
Oh, well,
So are you the beginning or the end?
Exactly.
It's beard growth, so I feel like you're the beginning.
I feel like I'm the end because you grow the
No.
beard and you shave it all
Because
off
that's
into a
not
mustache.
beard
No.
lifespan.
So, Cade, what are you doing about that cold?
I hold the bucket out to
Everyone
you if
shaved
you
down
can
to a
get
mustache
to
and said I should keep this.
How far? I
I
shaved into
look
a,
like a douchebag.
I shaved into a mustache on purpose and said I love it.
I like you with a mustache.
You
Thank
look
you.
great with it.
Thank you. Is it feasible to get to Solstice without taking?
Is it what?
How many attacks of opportunity would I take? And also, am I going to get hit in the head with
Are you
Solstice?
here?
Can you dodge but still make your way back? Could he
2,
dodge and then
3.
still throw a bucket of water?
So
You could throw a bucket of water on that one.
You take
Get to
2
me,
attacks of
douse
opportunity,
that
yeah.
one, and then I can run over there on my turn.
It will be 2 attacks.
Actually 3 because you're here.
Oh.
So it'd
But
be
you can
If
disengage
dodge.
from one of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can you...
But
Oh.
that would be your action.
Yeah.
Not dodge, disengage.
Do I risk it for the biscuit?
Well, got something else, do something else.
Not much else at this point. Nothing that's going to be so effective. Yeah. In the annoyance of his clothes lighting on fire, I'm just going to run.
I could you could
Are
yell
you
for me
doing
to throw the
disengage to
bucket
get
in
over
there.
there?
I don't think that will.
Because if you do disengage, you don't take any attacks of opportunity from anything.
But then I don't get to throw.
Right, but I'm just saying if you're trying to get over there without taking any, I didn't know.
Yeah, then I'll
what you're doing.
disengage.
Okay.
Okay. So you're getting to here.
I start as I run away.
you're patting yourself down as you're like running.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, you could pull a spirit.
I could.
You might get something that like puts all flames near you. I don't know what the options are.
There's
It
nothing.
randomly starts raining.
I am just going to go and receive the water bucket.
Okay. All right. So now
Bucket
you
of
have a bucket of water in your hand, standing between a large naked man, a small flying gentleman, a large hamster in a metal wheel, and a lit coal.
How did I get here?
Quite the party.
Do I have?
You
do
really
I
gotta
still-
ask yourself about your life choices
Yeah,
at that point.
You still have a bonus action and a
Record
reaction.
scratch. So let me explain.
As a bonus action, because I'm so much shorter than Solstice, I look straight ahead at Solstice, and then I look up and go, "Wow, congratulations!" And you have bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
I am dying. And now we're going from Cade to Ingrid.
Anyone can get inspiration.
My dick back. Yeah, well, it's playing in my head.
All right.
Seeing as it's half mine, can I get half the inspiration?
Ingrid is going to grab a pot off the stove and try and smash the one in front of him, so that'll be an improvised weapon attack from him. And that is a 16 to hit, which is going to miss as the pot clangs into the floor. As a bullywug, he does have multi-attack, so he's going to try that again. And his multi-attack is with his bite. So you hear this as he tries to take it into his mouth,
I'm gonna swallow the
which is a 22. So that does hit and does 4 damage,
Did he?
knocking out this coal as he takes as he takes 3 fire damage in turn,
worth it.
spitting out the spent coal onto the ground as it rolls clanking away from him, down to Jeltra.
Okay, can Jeldra shift down but into the bottom right-hand corner of her square? No, I mean, unwild shape.
Oh.
Can you shrink her, Walter? All right, and she's going to go around the bullywug down to right here. And how sturdy do these walls look?
Mm-hmm.
They are made of wood and clay.
Okay, so Thunderwave, level 2.
Okay.
That means they need to make con saves.
All right, that is a 3 and a 7.
All right, so they both fail.
Okay.
So them and the wall behind them take 8 thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet that way.
All right, they both basically vaporize into floating ash that's now falling to the ground as they had this look of shock upon their faces in the final moments, and then you hear outside a barrel slamming into a wall and some sort of liquid starting to trickle out of it. Apologies, that was loud. All right, anything else from Jeltra?
Do we think we're going to take a short rest after this?
I hope so.
We fucking are.
You guys just did 2 battles, so...
And then, no, it was a bonus action to to wild shape. So yeah, that's all she can do.
Okay, we're back to the top of the round with Solstice.
All right, I try to douse that one.
Okay.
And you have Bardic.
That's a 6.
You guys should have set up a flank.
Wow. Okay, so it's 13 plus 2, 15.
Does not hit. I'm so sorry.
I think that's all. Yeah.
How many buckets do you have left?
2.
2 full?
Yeah.
No, he
2
took
with
one.
water. Oh, okay. So then 1 with water in it.
From there, we are down to the coals. As you see the coals standing between the three of you, eyeing each one as if to determine the flammability of its target.
Didn't Jeltra have shaped water?
Settling on the one covered with fur.
Oh.
Sad.
Does a crit hit?
It's
Oh
in
no,
the name.
we have such good crit rolls.
The crit's so nice, it hit twice.
That will be 27, so 8 fire damage.
Oh, I think 27.
8.
27 to hit is their crit.
Oh, I was like, oh.
Yeah. They've just been doing 2s and 3s this whole time, and then suddenly it immolates the entire building.
It supernovas, basically.
Yeah. And that is the only coal remaining, so that is the end of their turn.
It has been 3 rounds, so it is fully photon tuned, so it could. Just...
Oh my god. Starfinder, no.
sorry.
Okay. For those at home, that's a Starfinder
I
reference. Play
couldn't-
Starfinder, it's a really fun game.
If you like crunch.
I mean,
you like-
invite us to play with you.
Yeah. Percy.
Please.
On that galactic note, it is your turn.
Galactic note.
I'm going to fly over to Solstice and, not looking anywhere but in his eyes, grab the bucket and fly and try to dump it on top of this one.
Okay, go ahead.
It's improvised attacker.
Where are you standing to?
So I'm flying.
Yes, but where are you flying to make the attack?
Directly over this one.
Okay.
Why? Okay. It's just an
What's that? The coal's evolving.
improvised attack roll, right? Is that
If
right?
you hit B, it'll stop that. Yeah, it'll be improvised attack roll.
Make a hardcore Pokemon joke.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
That's a 14. So that's not gonna hit, probably. Okay.
No, 15s don't hit.
I was waiting for your plus, and then no, that's not gonna
No,
hit.
I
Sorry.
was with the plus. So I'm gonna fly up 5. I'm gonna fly to the ceiling
Okay.
and then have Cosmo come over and do
Wreck this coal
do a rend. Try to smash.
And if it does the rend from over there, you're
You would be flanking.
opposite somebody.
Oh fuck yeah! Thanks, bud.
Oh, the
I was
flanking.
trying to get at it without saying it on the
Oh.
first one. That's-
Okay, I just assumed flying it wouldn't give me so.
What about your using Cosmo?
I could have done
Well,
that
this one,
too.
yeah.
Damn it.
That's 17.
does not hit.
17 doesn't hit?
No,
Yeah.
go ahead and 18.
Oh, I had an 18.
Oh, did okay.
The hamster ball hits just wrong, so that the coal ends up inside of it, and there's this moment of clanking panic as they try to get untangled from one another. But in the end, they do.
I've
they do
decided
manage to do so.
Cosmo's voice is very deep, so it's a squeak.
Now we are down to Cody.
All right. Do I now have disadvantage because it's in the hamster ball, or is that just flavor attack?
Just flavor.
Okay.
It was a moment of entanglement before they got unencumbered by one another.
But
No water
Cosmo
in
might be glowing a little bit.
They got into an entanglement.
Here we go. Just a normal dart attack. Nope. All right. Bonus action dart attack. Nope.
Jesus Christ. Done. I'm so done.
It's not my turn anymore.
Okay. If it's not your turn, we're down to Cade.
I'm going
Dear flammable Cade.
very flammable Cade.
Just remember, you're still flammable after you're naked.
I'm very singed as it is.
That's why it's attacking it.
I'm going to try to dump the water on.
Okay, go ahead and make an improvised weapon attack roll.
I add my dex modifier. Is that how that works?
Yeah, but not proficiency.
And if you're flanking, maybe.
There's no
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
It's just
Oh,
one
wow.
left, but they're hard. It's like when you have like a whole room full of small things and you get down to one, and that last one's it's just so hard because they're a little, you know.
I mean, let's walk away.
I feel like we're
Close
in one
enough.
of those episodes of like, I don't know, Tom and Jerry, where they're like trying to kill Jerry, and it's all these people, and he's just like scurrying around, like, no.
What I want to know is,
Fuck you.
how do we even get out of this building? Because there's no door on this side that leads to this bridge.
We have to go around.
We didn't even need to come here.
Well,
I
we go
Walked around it.
I run out to the
here.
water and refill my bucket.
Something.
Okay. We had
Type of opportunity.
Yeah.
so Cade
You
said
can
Pee in the bucket.
off bucket, gonna fill that damn bucket. And that is does an 11 hit you?
Does not.
No.
Okay.
I flip it
So
off
you're
as I'm
able
walking past,
to.
or as I'm
And
walking away.
we are down to
I don't have
Ikrin.
enough movement to get back. I have 30 feet of movement.
Ikrin's going to come over and make another attempt. His tongue singed, so he doesn't really want to do that again. But he does manage to hit it. 4 damage.
If he does it,
That did it. Right. I think they all
It
did.
is still
It is.
alive.
Oh, are you serious?
It is
I think that
much,
has, like,
much
5
dimmer,
HP.
but it is still alive. And we're down to Jeltra.
Jelta
Jeltra.
has produced flame as a cantrip. So
Let's make it worse.
You want to immolate them?
I don't understand, and this might be because she is new. She did have shape water at one point, did she not? Because she was using it to put the water away.
Did she get rid of it though?
But you can't do that with cantrips. That's why I'm like.
Yeah, every time you can do that with Tasha's rules, you can get rid of cantrip. You can switch out
When you
cantrip.
level up.
So if she's just gonna run up and try and stab it with a dagger, I don't want her to take the flank position because I really doubt, even with advantage, she's gonna hit. So. Yeah, 15.
Okay. From Jeltra, we are back up to Solstice.
Roll it again.
I reach for the bucket of water Cade just got. And I have a 10-foot reach, so I'm I don't have to move.
You glaive it. You glaive it.
Okay.
Oh no, we can reach it.
Which one of you guys is gonna cooperate?
And you have advantage because you are flanking.
Oh, thank God. All right. 21.
That will hit.
Oh,
Excellent.
D6 for the damage of
Whoosh.
water.
3.
Okay. As finally, how do you do it?
Just douse it and then drop the bucket on it.
You see the steam beginning to rise, and then the bucket comes right down on top of it.
Goodness.
You're out of combat.
I put out the fire that I was on fire because I never did that.
Quite an
so he would
invitation.
take another 2 damage. As Ikrind, huffing and puffing and trying to rub the coal off of his tongue, turns to all of you. Oh, terrible, great thanks to seems like you're visiting, and I would like to introduce myself, Duke Ikrind.
My love
I-
killed him. He ruined my pants. Killed him now.
That seems an overreaction. Maybe the fellow can help us find some more pants.
Oh, well, if you're looking for pants, perhaps go to see the king. Here, one moment. And he goes and he shuffles through the items on the table, and he lifts it up. A brass beetle brooch. It will help you to gain the king's trust. You wear it to show friendship with the Soggy Bottom Court.
May I? Oh. And I affix it to my shirt, feeling a little bit better about my ruined outfit.
Yes, terrible, terrible thing that happened to saboteurs.
Why would
Get in here.
Why were Coles attacking you?
Well, you see, this is a balloon factory where we manufacture those lovely swamp gas balloons you see outside. But, of course, swamp gas, very flammable, very flammable. And, well, saboteurs came and tossed the animated coals inside the shop. I am lucky to be alive and here with my head, if not all of my marbles.
Why don't you talk like the other bullywugs?
I'm a man of culture, I'm a duke.
Completely unrelated to roleplay.
Yes.
I think everybody did.
Yeah, we all.
How much damage?
I've taken like 13 damage.
I'm gonna have Jeltra. This is not a touchscreen. I'm gonna have Jeltra heal you. So Jeltra will come over and very motherly heal you for 5.
Oh, hooray.
So, insight, and I'm trying to determine if I just, we already took the beetle thing. Never mind. I don't know what I'm doing.
Cody's going to go around and angrily pull his darts out of the walls and out of the creatures of this room, so he has all his darts back.
Where can we find the king? We thought he was in here.
No, just a factory here, humble factory. He will be just across the bridge way here. You can't miss him past the severed heads.
Will you, please escort us?
Severed heads? Is there a mirror in here? Do you have a mirror? I would like to go to a new
On the wall, there is what looks like a blackened picture frame, and he takes it out and he starts to on it, and then his tongue just rolls out onto the mirror and licks up and down until it's mostly clean and dented, seemingly made of metal, so not quite clear.
I'm going to pick it up and try and recite what I heard them say. Mr. Witch, Mr. Light. Performance, maybe? Or...
Go ahead.
Why do
11.
The mirror in your hand has a sense of vibration, power.
Yes. Home.
And you can see a glint beginning to form in the center of it. And as the glint gets closer and closer, you feel the breath of the bullywug as he leans over holding a lantern towards it.
If you could step away, this is very dangerous what I'm attempting.
I don't know what he's attempting.
I'm going to take us to a new realm.
Will you take us to see the king? You're a duke?
I'm unfortunately terribly busy, but I can walk you to the bridge.
I think we would be most appreciative if you could take us all the way there. Please.
Well,
Pretty.
if you insist, you can do me a great service.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you kindly.
And he will straighten up his scorched doublet and cravat, and all of them still soaked with swamp water from when you doused him with the bucket, and lead you all outside.
Oh, good start. Can we maybe take a rest real quick before we go?
Be my guest. I have plenty of cleaning to do.
Okay. Can we short rest?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems weird to do it, but yeah.
I mean, I'm literally half. I'm just afraid we're gonna get
Somebody want
else.
to maybe song first?
Yeah, I can do that. I can arrest us.
So instead of a long rest or a short rest?
Shelter has 3 HP? When did that happen?
With the Maros.
Oh, shit.
And
Short rest.
I know!
as the Song of Rest commences, we shall also take a moment of rest, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. All right, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, but we are back again, and we are rejoining the group directly after a short rest.
It would not be MMMcast without tech difficulties.
Yeah, you cursed us. at the
I
beginning.
did. I was so excited.
So we're not here, just so ignore that, guys.
How much of my pants are wearable now?
Perhaps we can just do a little recap and get you guys on the bridge, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how you guys want to do it.
So we
Well,
did a short rest.
Should we just redo it?
Sure.
So we short rested. How much of our pants are left over?
They are tattered, but generally speaking, still wearable. It's like you have a waistband and all of the front fabric and back fabric, but now there's scorched slits down the sides of the
Almost more fashionable.
Yeah, it's very runway.
Don't look at me, my darling. I know you will find my clothing hideous.
To be honest, I don't really mind. I get to see more of your perked bottom.
Excellent. It's a win-win.
Don't worry, I made a sewing kit while we were resting, so I can fix your clothes if you want.
Percy,
Handy.
when we find a long rest tonight, could you repair my shirt? I feel quite indecent without sleeves.
He already promised to make me a full suit, so after he's completed that order, then we can see to...
I missed the part where he agreed to that.
It was the other day.
Percy just starts whistling.
Nikkei takes out a gold piece and just hands it up to Percy.
I'm not flying.
Hands it up
And
to Percy.
to be quite fair, Solstice only wears clothes for our benefit anyway.
Yes, it was quite invigorating being in battle, feeling the sweat glide down my body, and feeling no encumbrances.
I'd imagine it was rather comfortable being warm it was in the room.
That too.
You had said you would take us to the king.
Sorry, it's distracted. He kind of rumbles around as he digs throughout the shop and straightens things up that are about to fall to make sure that they're not re-catching fire while he's gone. And he waddles his way out of the room. He is a small, very rounded frog with a large head and eyes that are kind of always going around, looking.
In different directions?
Sometimes.
I didn't even know frogs could do that.
It's
He's
better this way to
he
be able to take in everything that you can.
Chameleons do that.
I imagine that's helpful.
Yeah.
I feel like you get dizzy.
Welcome to the Bridge of the Monarchs. And as he says that, you see the flat wood planking of this bridge, which spans one arm of the lake, is lined on one side by rows of bullywug heads on wooden spikes.
Look at how cute they are.
At the center of the bridge, a small figure sits, semi-enshrouded in mist, so you really just see an outline with some large hands that appear to be rested in its lap. The figure appears to be talking to itself in bemoaned tones, but then the severed bullywug heads nearby erupt into a cacophony of voices, some indignant, others sympathetic, a few closer to you at the end of the bridge, calling out, "What? I couldn't hear that. What did he say?"
Foul beasts!
Solstice, no. It's not worth it.
What
The
is
head
it?
rotates on the spike to look down at you. "I was King Gullop XVIII. How dare you, foul creature?"
Well, now you're just a head. How is this happening?
Fair.
Solstice,
How do
they
you produce sound without lungs?
they
Excuse me?
they're all quite ahead of us.
Don't
But I don't think they're really that ahead in life right now.
mind.
No, they're ahead above.
Don't mind the eight. And the one next to it begins to croak. Yeah, he's just frustrated at being at the end. It's hard to hear unless the conversation is close.
Well, I mean, is he at the end or at the beginning?
The beginning of the end.
Finish off. And
The
then
beginning.
the one on the third begins to turn to that one, and all three of them begin to have this very long discussion in Sylvan mixed with croaks about whether they are indeed at the end or the beginning.
I speak Sylvan, but I don't want to be part of the conversation.
So wait, has this all been in Sylvan?
Yes.
Oh, okay, Percy's just looking around. What
It's
is
so weird that you don't speak Sylvan.
what does this dude look like? Do we have a handout or anything we can see?
You have not approached it yet, so right now it is
I
just an
start
outline of the
walking.
fog.
I start walking on the
Yeah, I believe Cade was leading the way.
and lead the way.
I'm assuming Solstice after.
I approach and
Strange you didn't ask permission to cross the bridge.
hello.
Oh, hello. I see you're all ears.
No, wait. Do the line where who's talking to the head. Because that's what gave me the idea to run back and get something.
Yes. I don't know what I said. We're trying to recreate what happened while we were muted, and it's a little
Something
challenging.
that was all horns.
Oh,
and it
yes.
was beautiful.
The Clapperclaw is speaking, gesticulating wildly to one of the heads. It was truly beautiful. The antlers were just right, and it sat perfect balance upon my shoulders.
All right. So Cody, hearing that, he runs back to get something from the workshop.
Hello. Hello, my name is Nickade.
Ah, lovely to meet you, Decade. I am Clapperclaw.
Appropriate.
Clapperclaw.
As it turns its head between each of you to look, you begin to see that the head is a gourd attached to its shoulders, and each time it turns to look at a different person, nods or shakes its head, there is a jingle within as if coins are clinking together.
Clapperclaw, I hear...
Yes.
Well, and I kind of motion for him in.
He leans forward.
I hear you can take us to thither.
Well, not to be rude. And he looks over his shoulder at the frogs, who, as he looks up, go from death glares at all of this, as if they're taking in every single thing they can, every little bit of entertainment, turn to the sides, back as if they're looking. But I wouldn't want to be seen this indecently among polite company.
Understood. We're here to...
We don't mind nudity.
He pulls back a lapel, and there's just straw.
We don't judge.
I'm told we don't mind nudity, which is nudity to me. Thank you. We're also here to...
I joke when I'm nervous, too.
Thank you. Wonderful to talk to. We're here to Babadi the Hag.
I'm sorry. I have very little familiarity with hags, not having come into contact with one in my short lifetime.
Perfect. So you know where I may find her.
I can tell you,
Shall we meet
but I
somewhere
cannot
else?
show you.
Do we need to meet anywhere else, or can you tell me now? I know of a lovely little workshop that was almost burned to the ground.
Ganymede, can you keep a secret? And then closes his head, turns down. No. Will you not tell the court? Talk the court. Fair. I think we can talk here. Given that they're all opposed by current and past monarchs, and there's a cacophony of each of them accusing one another of their murders, and all of them agreeing that Gullop the 19th is weak.
Lovely. Your instruction.
Well, I can't say her name, because I'm not quite sure what protections she has set up.
Understood.
But she is there. And he points to the center of the lake, where you see all of these different clotheslines leading from different buildings lead up to a cottage sticking out of the water itself. It seems ramshackle, several stories, suspended on stilts, with a rickety-looking...
you can see it here.
Yeah, with a rickety-looking dockway leading up to it through several stairs as it's perched on a well.
Oh.
She doesn't like very much to leave, from my understanding, which has made this a lovely place for me to stay.
It's very good for us as we
Distressful shut-in.
may get the element of surprise then. What's the easiest way to get up there? as it looks like it's all covered in fog.
I admittedly have not tried to get in so much as stay out.
Wonderful.
Does she take meetings?
Oh, there's chattering above you as each of them, and then finally one of them goes, and the others go silent for a moment. The king is the liaison between the outside.
Thank you.
She's not wrong. The king may be the easiest way to reach her, although if you want to just enter, you could do that as well. Though I imagine you'd face greater hostility.
Why are you laughing? What's going on?
He made a funny joke.
If you can find my head, he pops the gourd up, sets it back down. I will gladly take you onward. I don't like much staying in one place for long.
Wonderful.
Where's your head?
That's the problem. I lost it to this horrible Harangon fellow with long scarf. Took it from me, and I'm unsure what he did with it from there. It was beautiful.
What was your head?
It was a stag skull. Antlers intact, gleaming in the sunlight.
Give me a moment. Percy,
Yeah.
do you remember us seeing a hag skull anywhere? A stag skull?
Do I remember seeing a stag? Didn't someone, the river, didn't someone have a dream about something with a stag or some horns or something?
Let's find out. This is a tool that will help us later.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Where?
Well, where?
Could my stag skull be?
I swore we looked through all his stuff.
Thought we
We
did
did.
too.
I think he gave it to some. Weird.
Well, I'm not giving it to the hag.
I believe what you all saw was a headless child-sized scarecrow with metal lobster claws for hands, trying on new heads, including upside-down wooden bucket and a withered head of cabbage. It decides on a large gourd. A bullywug bedecked in the trappings of a monarch, constantly adjusting his ill-fitting crown of lily blossoms, leafing through a large tome spread across his lap.
Sexy goat man.
A satyr
That's what I'm thinking.
whistles to himself as he reclines in a metal cage that dangles off the end of a boom over a lake.
That's what I remember.
And a short, mean-looking old woman wearing a crimson cap, a leather apron, and iron boots uses a cleaver to chop meat in a drab kitchen.
And we did see the desiccated heads as well.
Yes. Rows upon rows of severed bullywug heads, all impaled on spikes, chatter at each other.
All right. Well, my plan now seems useless with the information you have found. You might have returned with my plan then.
Sure.
So I'm coming back with one of the buckets, and I've used the dead charcoal to draw a very artistically drawn face on the front of it.
The Clapperclaw looks, and although there is no expression on the gourd whatsoever, as it is a flat surface, he tilts his head.
I just figured you would like a face.
If you can find it, as he turns his head again, it clinks more. If you can find my skull, I would be more than happy to guide you first.
Awesome. What's the plan? How are we? Where's the hag? Did you guys figure anything out? Is this all
Wonderful.
useless?
We.
I can't understand any of this.
I will fill you in.
Clapperclaw's speaking common.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
the bullywug heads are speaking.
Oh, okay.
So
We're looking for a stag skull.
A stag
His
skull.
head?
For the king?
No, for
Oh,
Clapperclaw here.
Clapperclaw.
Clapperclaw, this is Cody. Cody, this is Clapper
Cody
Claw.
Light.
Lovely to meet you. Takes your hand gently in his giant metal claw.
We found out where the
I see
You know who.
fashion runs rampant in the realm.
Why, thank you. I wish I could say the same.
Cody, we found
Doesn't have his head.
we found out how to get to the you know who.
How?
She lives in a podium. Well, not a podium, a raised area. We can almost basically walk in.
And so the king will introduce us?
The king can introduce us, or we could just bypass the king. I don't know yet.
I mean, it's just water.
What do you mean, just water? And I don't like the water.
So,
Is there any way we could? You have any way of tracking our head?
He puts his head in his claws. That would have been a good idea.
We took care of Agdon, and I'm not sure how we will find your skull now.
Ikrind, could you help me work through something? This thing.
Oh, the Duke, yes.
Yeah. So, if I'm to understand, the king of the Bullywugs has a direct connection to the hag. He has
Call
right.
the 19th, yes.
Yes. He has the right to go to see the hag, correct? Is that incorrect or correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and your society, anyone who kills the king becomes the new king?
Well, not anyone. You have to have support of the court. No king is an island.
What if a foreign monarch were to take the throne?
Well, I would imagine we would try to kill him.
What if the foreigner had the support of the court?
Kill the king?
Sure. I'm smelling what Cody is stepping in.
Is it?
I'm not currently stepping in.
I'm picking up what Cody is putting down.
So, a bullywug from another kingdom wishes to overthrow our king here. Don't tell him that. He won't like hearing.
Maybe not bullywug per se.
Well, not a bullywug.
Not a bullywug.
Listen, folk.
Elven folk. Let's say.
I look around, none of us are Elven. Oh,
You-
Jeldrin.
He looks around as well.
But what about, I mean, technically,
Can't imagine one as ugly as that being able to garner the support of the court.
the reason I ask about foreign rulers is technically Solstice is from Moonwood, which is under the sovereignty of his father, making Solstice a prince.
Did you bring up papers?
I make no claim to the Bullywug throne. These people need to be led by their own kind.
And without the papers, it would be impossible.
And
What would the papers
we don't
need to
believe
look
in
like?
paperwork.
Well, each of the monarchs carries their decree of royalty.
So it just needs to be a decree of royalty?
I've never let a coup.
Is forging a document lying? Because I'm not.
Yes, it is definitely. It's very much lying.
I mean, if I just write a piece of paper.
You're writing lies on the paper. You did this to yourself.
You did this to yourself.
Could I vouch for the papers? They are in my other vest.
Do you have papers to say you can vouch for someone else's papers?
I am not a political scientist. I am a swamp gas scientist.
You're not tasting what I'm baking.
You were.
He looks around and I'm unaware of the location of your oven.
You're not reading what I'm writing. Understood.
I have been working on developing a swamp gas. Much more efficient than straight
Let's just go and deal with the king.
Let's just go and deal with the king. You're a lovely duke, and I appreciate you helping.
Don't we clap a claw with us for that?
Well, no, because Clapperclaw has a skull somewhere in hither.
Perhaps Bavlorna has it. Agdon did have to give her his best item.
At the sounding of the name, his claws go.
I'm betting she who may not be named has it, yeah. And I'd say we leave Clapperclaw here to enjoy his company.
To be
and
clear,
keep safe.
Clapperclaw, were you saying that you would help us find the hag if we found your head, or you would take us to thither if we found your head?
The latter.
So it was a misunderstanding from the get-go.
Understood. To the king?
Hag location, no go I.
Yes.
To the king?
I will tell you before you go,
Absolutely.
if it's helpful. Bavlorna is a distrustful shut-in.
I thought you wouldn't say her name.
Well, bridges crossed.
I mean, not technically, we're only halfway.
The muffins are already on the shelf.
Where is your oven?
So I really want to support you, Nickade, but idioms like that are technically untrue, so it's hard for me to
Forged documents of royal decree.
That was Rio, not him.
You've used idioms like that before, though.
Okay. The mistress of the lake is a distrustful shut-in who loathes her sisters dreadfully. She's incredibly dangerous. And she particularly hates my creator,
Who created you?
Granny Nightshade. I was able to escape, but just by the skin of my now detached teeth.
Do you, Coulter, remember which one we made a deal with?
I do.
We don't know.
We don't know?
Mhm.
We didn't get the name of the person we made a deal with?
I don't believe so.
Oh.
It would
Rio would
matter.
never have done that.
Yeah, I think there's
You
a lot
were
of
so
things we
love-struck,
didn't
you
do.
didn't care.
I mean, Cody is
We
not
were
fun.
young. Yeah, we were young.
I used to be love struck, but now I'm
Additionally, she has a pool in her cottage. It's very important to her. She spends a lot of time in it.
Mhm.
Points back at the cottage over the lake.
I mean, it's like 40 to 50 feet at least. If you look at the outline, if you scroll down, the outline around the bridge, that's the cottage, I'm assuming. So it's pretty big. It's the biggest building here.
It's the whale.
Oh,
It does look like a whale.
No, the well.
I heard whale, and I was like, it does look like a whale. Yeah, shape-wise. Yeah.
Oh, I see how that's supposed to be cut out from over there. Okay.
yeah, I didn't get that.
I didn't catch that either.
I did.
Proud of you.
Me too.
Proud of you.
Additionally,
What?
because I don't think that the picture depicts it properly, Clapperclaw is 3 feet tall.
Oh, we
Hey.
guy.
I like him so much extra now. I loved
Yeah.
him a lot already, but now it's like,
We'll wait till we get into after party and we talk about his origin. Okay. With that,
Well, before we leave, Percy's gonna go up to Clapperclaw and say, "Do you mind?" Really pulls out a tape measure and starts measuring his claws, and then looks over at Cosmo and like holds the tape measure.
I
And
hope
looks. It's like,
I measure up to your expectations.
you're a head above.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
don't let it go to your head.
no, it was funny. Oh,
if it makes you feel any better,
sorry.
it's just a sore spot.
I mean, having to pull it on and off, yeah, I guess it would be sore.
Are we talking about his butthole?
I believe there's just making fun.
Oh,
We're being very funny, Solstice.
I
Being very.
bet you were.
I objectively disagree.
I care about you all so deeply. Thank you all.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
To the king.
To the king.
I'll be here if I can provide any other information.
You have
Can
been
you
excellent.
provide any other information?
Do you have questions?
Well, yes.
How do we win over the king?
No,
Wow.
I was going to ask about his anatomy. Do you have sexual anatomy?
I'm made of straw.
So no. The answer is no.
He can't be naked.
You have truly been cursed. And I am going to lay a hand sorrowfully upon him. Wait, were you a man before, or have you always been a scarecrow?
I have no memories prior to my creation. Does that answer your question?
I don't know. Does it?
It does. He's always been a scarecrow.
When you lay on a bed of straw, are you made of the bed or is the bed made of you?
That's a good one.
Both.
How do we get in the king's good graces?
How do you keep
You're
the
beetle.
lava claws from rotting?
The metal.
They're metal.
Aren't all lobsters made of metal?
As far as the king's races, I would be wary, as a recent incident has put him on edge.
Uh-oh.
Sir Talavar, the Mistress of the Lakes,
Hey!
escaped prisoner, had help from bullywugs of the Soggy court to escape, and one of the accomplices currently languishes in prison, who helped awaiting trial, but it has him in a tizzy.
We know him.
It was quite the hubbub around the lake.
We did know Tal.
Explosions. I stayed away. Flammable.
Good.
Yeah, we saved Sir Talavar's life and set him free, and now he's on his way back to Queen Titania.
Oh, he was a lovely fellow. I'm glad he was all right.
Unfortunately, his wave jumper was dead.
It was nice to be... What?
His friend, whatever his name was dead.
Oh,
Yes.
Wigglewog. Yes, that's
He died in the balloon crash.
brave soul.
Though, rescuing Sir Talavar did lead us to reconnecting a pair of snakes who were long let their love drift into distrust of each other.
Well, if you all have done such kind deeds around this land, then clearly I have made an excellent choice in aligning myself with your interests.
We also murdered some people.
It happens.
Shall we off to the king?
Yes.
Thank you, Clapperclaw. We will be
With
back.
his head.
All right, before we get there, are we going to lie about anything? Because then I know what not to comment.
We will probably lie on our motives
Okay.
and our eventual end goals.
Hopefully nobody asks me any questions.
Unless the king seems to not like the hag, and then maybe we do say.
Yes. Would you like to work out a system where I signal for you to not say anything or signal for you to interject?
Why don't you just not talk?
Yeah, I was going to say, I will just try not to say anything unless
Okay.
you say Cody something,
Perfect.
and then I will tell the truth.
Excellent. I am drying what you're wetting.
Yeah,
What?
not wedding any.
What?
There's a jingle as Clapperclaw's head tilts again.
Nick, are you all right?
No, I've been indecent for quite some time.
I will take off my suit jacket and put the much too large garment on you.
I wrap up in it. Ah, wonderful.
Remember manners.
What were you gonna say, Solstice?
What are the manners again?
Just don't talk.
Would it be not manners to not talk?
It would be more polite to let one or two persons do the talking of the group. Less clamor that way.
Hang on, though. Are manners reversed here because we're in a mirror world?
It doesn't appear so.
Are we sure, though? Let me try something. Manners are reversed because we're in a mirror world.
We still value politeness.
Yes, but politeness
you
is
please.
rudeness where we come from. See, I'm saying it, so it has to be true.
It doesn't work though.
Well, I have led you as far as I can, so why did you leave?
Manners have gotten us this far. I think we can continue to use them.
You have the brooch. And
Thank you for all your help, Duke.
Ikrin turns back.
Are we meant
and
to
listens.
broach some conversation with that, or
I don't think you're clasping it.
It's so much funnier when Galena does it.
I really never get any good ones.
I think you also don't like do a tone with it. You just like put it out there. Like,
So
great.
Clapperclaw does have a weird little giggle when he really gets something, so that was
Yeah.
as you approach the other.
I think that we should hop to it.
Hop away.
And then I hop.
I shake my head. And
What? He's a bunny. They're frogs.
Bad taste, no legs.
Ooh.
Oh, the head. I mean this in all disrespect, but I have no respect for any of your opinions.
As you reach the other end of the bridge,
They're reversed here.
a grand marble gazebo stands atop a mound of soggy earth, its white stone streaked with green algae. The support pillars have sunk into the muck unevenly so that the domed canopy now sits askew. Short steps ring the gazebo, leading to a raised floor where bullywugs dressed in shabby clothing lounge on pillows. Among them, a harpist sends forth delicate notes that mingle with the murmured croaking of the gathered nobles. On a dais, a flabby bullywug wearing a crown of woven lily flowers sits on an ornate throne with his legs folded underneath him. He has a large leather-bound book on an ornate... Skipped a line, went back a line. Has a large leather-bound book open across his lap and is mouthing the words he reads on the pages. Without looking up, he says, "Have you no herald to announce your presence before the King Gullop XIX?" He slams the book closed as if to punctuate his question regarding you for the first time. Sleepy bullywug guards standing around their monarch snap to attention and ready their weapons.
I bow deeply and go, announcing Prince Solstice of Moonwood,
You can't
Nickade.
lie. You can't say that.
I honestly think of you as a
Oh
prince.
my god.
I thought it was one.
Your father
The
was
loophole,
the king of
the loophole
Moonwood.
of this is that if he can convince himself that there is a truth, he can still lie.
Okay, great. So now I shouldn't.
We'll have
go
to
down
figure
on
out if
my
there's
knees.
consequences for this one.
I'm just saying that
I don't
otherwise-
know if that's true, because
If the magical-
unicorns aren't kings and
No,
queens and...
it seems like we wouldn't adhere to such structures.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
oh my god.
I guess if you're gonna say
This is a big old
so as
stretch.
you're saying, I start to go down on my knees, then I stop, and I just bow at the waist.
Prince Solstice of Moonwood, Nickade, a fortune teller of the Witchlight Carnival, Persimmon Longbottom? What is the last name?
Long.
Bramble Moon.
No, I'm actually asking Ezreal. Like, Persimmon's Bramble Moon of possible royal blood. Because you don't know who your
Anyone's-
parents are. And Sheltra Thistlewing of
The forest.
the forest.
A baby crocodile slithers from one side of the throne to the other as it jumps up, putting its front two paws on the arm of the throne, and he reaches over and pets its head.
And then I will fade into the background like a herald should. Right?
Yeah.
But as I'm fading, I sleight of hand show you the alchemist fire, and then just
And to what do I owe this pleasurable visit?
Your Honor, we come in peace.
I would hope so. And as he starts to laugh, everybody in the circle begins to fake laugh along with him.
Do too.
I kind of just like try to get the brooch to be seen. Ah!
Oh, great king!
Oh.
We are honored to be in your court this day.
And you come as an emissary of the Duke.
Well, we just met the good duke and helped him with some stray fire.
Rabble rousers. Good of you to assist.
This is our we always assist when we see help is needed.
Was it great to see it happen?
King Gullop.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. What?
You may call me Gullop the 19th.
And which in
Gullop the 19th.
Your Highness.
Your Highness. We seek court with the one who rules the realm.
I am before you.
The great mystical one.
There's a moment of panic in his eyes as he looks towards the center of the lake. You come in peace?
In peace.
Please.
We wish to speak with her.
Well, only members of the Soggy court may meet with Our Lady Bavlorna.
Is it a long process to be indoctrinated into the court?
No.
May we be members of the court then?
Favor.
Use favor?
Favor. Yeah, favor.
like we need to do a favor for you, or
Favor, yes.
like what?
He lifts up the tome. Belongs to Our Lady. And must be returned to Our Lady.
Oh.
We will have you properly outfitted with clothing of courtly wares, so you may return the tome to Our Lady and let her know King Gullop the 19th kept it safe for her.
That seems agreeable.
Pleasure to meet all of you.
The pleasure is ours.
Did not steal.
That sounds kind of like you did
Safety.
steal.
A
Can I
king
insight-
doesn't steal.
Never.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
Because I remember that is a... that's the wrong button. I remember that that's a thing I can do is insight. Maybe not well, apparently. That's a 13.
He didn't steal it, but something's there.
Something iffy. What time of day is it? How late in the...
It's coming to like evening now, so it's like early evening sun setting.
So are we in the center here?
Yes.
So
Surrounded by lounging gentlemen and ladies, some of them reading books, some of them just looking at the sky, the occasional as they catch a fly passing.
So in Wild Beyond the Witchlight, we have determined that when you use speak with animals, you are not able to be understood by people who aren't using that spell, correct?
When did we determine that? Like with the snakes?
Yeah, well, like Jeltra would say something to snakes, but we didn't know what she was saying until she told us. So I would like to cast Speak with Animals and then kind of like listen if the alligator is adding anything to the conversation just while all this is going on. And then kind of like look at the alligator and go,
as you're talking, he continues to just little scritches the whole time. And what you get from the alligator is scritchy, 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 scritchy.
Got dry skin.
He looks at you and goes, fish.
can I throw him a fish?
Do you have one?
Maybe there's one in my pocket. Can I roll? See if there's one in my pocket? I'm just saying we were in the water earlier.
If you get a natural 20, there's a fish in your pocket.
Oh my god, if we've ever needed one.
No.
If you want to try to feed him something else,
I have my crickets.
sure.
I will have my crickets kind of like jump over to him.
It hops down from the edge of the leg or the arm of the chair and skitters over, and the tongue just like slides out between the crocodile teeth and wraps them back in.
And he's never been more sated because they're magic crickets.
Oh, good fish, good fish.
Yeah. So, and I kind of lean down as if I'm petting him respectfully. And I'm like, hey, this book, what's the deal with the book? What's your daddy's deal with the book?
Book showed up yesterday.
Yesterday?
Can't read.
You can't read it?
Alligator.
I mean,
Fish.
I can't really read any. If I give him another cricket.
Good fish.
Yeah, so...
It like turns its body so that it can nuzzle against your leg.
So, how likely is your dad to cut off our heads?
Who?
Well, we're not planning one currently, but if we were.
Unlikely. Cool. Cool, yes.
How easy is it to get who on the court wants to coup?
As you're talking to him
And I'm going like in alligator.
and getting
like
little
his.
smack, there is one of the folk on the ground rolls over and holds up a wine glass to you, just very lazily. I don't drink.
Take the glass.
And then they stretch and lay back. And within the glass, there is a little piece of paper.
I'm going to sleight of hand the piece of paper to where I can read it without showing that I'm reading it.
Okay, go ahead and roll sleight of hand. They're in mid-conversation, so go ahead and have advantage. He's not really paying attention to you.
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh, okay, never mind.
O'Reilly.
Auto parts.
Local to something.
We will
Um,
take that
dirty
endorsement.
Okay.
They have O'Reillys in other parts of the country.
Oh, okay, never mind. The note says, "Find Illig, the Baron of Muckstump, at once. The revolution lives!" Exclamation point.
Is this in Sylvan?
Yes.
So I'm going to. Can I still use that same sleight of hand to flip it to Nickade?
Yeah.
Or just like, my lord, I know you're deep in conversation.
Yes.
And then I hold it up as if I'm like protecting my voice from being, you know what I mean, like servants do. And then I hold up the note for you to look at.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate this.
What other languages do you speak?
I speak Sylvan, and that's the only other one I've had to use.
But
This
those were
entire
speak
time-
common, right?
Yeah. This entire time, the alligator is still just kind of rubbing up against the little like spikes of its legs. Not feeling terrible. Not totally pleasant.
I'm going to just kind of like gesture with my hand and have like a whole bunch of like just cast Goodberry. So there's a bunch of crickets just hopping around for him to snap at.
And it starts to
But they
get him
just
back around.
playfully, they let him eventually eat them.
Oh, I see you're getting along with my band.
Oh, he is delightful.
Agreed. Snoodle is good.
And I turned an alligator. Is Snoodle really your name?
Snoodle.
Do you want to be known anything other than Snoodle?
Fish.
There's one right there.
Common draconic giant in Sylvan.
Fingers crossed.
One of them.
Nope. I speak no much in halfling though.
I turn to the king and I say, I was just informed we have a matter to take care of. May I request a presence with you tomorrow to retrieve the book and then off to see the lady?
Your attire offends me.
It offends me too, and Cody greatly.
Please be refitted, and we will offer hospitality.
Oh, we will be. I've actually bring Percy. Percy is a tailor for near gods.
No. We will offer clothes.
Do they wear pants?
Some do, some don't.
Uh,
He has like big puffy breeches on.
Just to clarify, myself, Percy, Jeltra, and my dear beloved, we will require pants.
Fair. And he...
Also, Snoodle, very much so like a fish.
And it's kind of a squishy snap with those amphibian fingers. And one of the guards reaches into its, like, inside the armor and pulls out a fish and tosses it to Snoodle, who jumps in the air to catch it and immediately...
Fish.
Please do the palace with you.
We will return tomorrow?
Fair? No later.
Wonderful.
Fair. Matters of great importance are handled by Gullop XIX. And as he holds up his hand, there is a polite golf clap from the nobles around.
Hear, hear.
Revolutions be damned.
And down with them all.
Hear.
As he does that, two of the guards break away with one of the noble folk who stands, a woman in a moss-stained, near empire-wasted gown, as she leads you away from the court itself and towards a building across a land bridge to the side. As you approach this building, this ramshackle hall is built around a big tree. Two of the tree's limbs reach out through the walls like enormous welcoming arms. The interior of the hall is roomy with an open floor plan that allows occupants of the upper story to look out over the lower one. Bullywug courtiers crowd into the space, filling it with their guttural croaks, their clothing faded and stained with mud. She leads you to the tailor. And that's where we're on tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. Apologies for the technical difficulties. If you didn't see at the very beginning, we will be having a special winter holiday themed episode coming up. That'll be this Sunday. Be up on YouTube the following Tuesday. So yeah, that's this Sunday, which is right now the 12th.
Are we going to
those
release
of you
it on
that
Christmas?
aren't aware. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. We're going to release it on Christmas. I'm I'm way off right now. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. And thank you especially to our patrons, whose names are Sparky, Dossievid, Daniel, Rio's mom, Alistair, Sean, Rockelman, Death's Grasp, and Eric
Fox.
Fox. Which is Gnome Diplome. Sorry, I have a difficult time with. And if you have anything you'd like to see from us, please let us know. We're still working on some more short videos for DM content that we're thinking of doing. A whole group DM thing would have each of the DMs that are in the group interviewed, so that's basically everybody. And if there's other things that you would like to see, other topics you'd like to cover, please let us know. And with that, we will not come up with a tagline eventually, but we will do another tagline that Rio's going to tell us.
Feeties for the Kraken!
Feet
Feet for the Kraken. Good night, everybody.
My lord.